So good morning, it's Dr. Ali. I'm popping in quickly for Saturday morning. Let's see who shows up today. I'm doing it on a new platform because, why not? Try new things and see how it goes. For those of you who caught the watch party I just finished and being part of a panel with Harlem Holistic Week, I'm sorry, and Karen Webster with her amazing Awaken and Arise show that I've also done a few interviews with before. She reached out to me a few days ago and asked if I can pop in and just share about my experience where she did a soul contract with me. And my business basically is just getting clear on your name and your vibrational energy and if you're really showing up in the world. She does this full-time assessment, and we were reflecting over a year how it was done and the clarity it's given me towards how I'm showing up in life. As you guys are popping in, definitely say hi and let me know, what are you planning on doing today? It's Saturday. Are you going out? Are you staying in? As for me, I will be in. And using this time wisely. We just got the news that New York City schools will be closed until September. And I don't know if some of you knew, and I don't think I shared this out loud, so now might be the great time. At the beginning of the school year, I had a conversation with my supervisor. And I know many of you always question, does Dr. Ali work or does she not work? You see me flying, you see me speaking, you see my business unfolding with the book, and then empowering and coaching and creating that whole training and development programs that I've been doing virtually. And still was doing this while I was working, and still working, right, as an audiologist. What I did have was grace with my supervisor, who asked me, to use it sparingly and to be very selective of when I did choose to leave. And of course, make sure I'm showing up when I'm there. So of course, we all did not expect Our Amazing Gift, The Journey to Autism Acceptance, for my book to go to that level of exposure and amplifying totally my life and Zachary's life. So she called me in and she was like, Dr. Ali, we love the things that you're doing out there in the world. However, we are not going to be able to approve any more of your speaking dates. Full transparency. Sat in that office and I could feel every moment of, first, being scared. Second, being totally sad. Like I felt like the rug was just pulled out from under me because I had a really good gig going on. Like I was able to still serve with what I do and what I passionately do as an audiologist. And then I still have this passion for igniting others and developing this entrepreneur life and then helping other autism mompreneurs. So as I sat there and she's telling me this, I felt like if my world was pretty much shattered, because here I am now, and I almost felt like you're putting me into a box, and y'all know how I hate boxes, where I now have to choose. I now have to choose whether I am going to choose one or the other. Now, the one thing I was pretty clear was that I was definitely purposed to be an audiologist. I mean, I'm dope at what I do. I love speech pathology. It's just vibrations and sound and seeing children when they have their hearing aids turned on, and just knowing I serve at a really great capacity over 20 years in that field. But then also knowing that there was a fire inside of me that was saying, and there's more. And there's more, Dr. Ali. Like, Ali, you don't get to stop with this because it's comfortable. Because I was comfortable, y'all. I'm good, making my money, putting my time, sitting pretty, right? And I always ask in that question, God, I'm like, really, why? Why now? Why do you think I should be doing this aspect of my life where I'm now coaching and speaking and stuff? And all I kept hearing is that because there is more and you are purposed for more. And as I sat there, I said to myself, hey guys, and I don't know who's saying hi unless you guys are signed up with StreamYard. Otherwise, I'm just gonna love up to you. Say hi and just tell me your name, because I'm still getting used to this platform. Please have grace with me and definitely share this out, because someone's definitely gonna need to hear this one today. sitting there hearing that and having to make this decision that, oh my goodness, either I choose what I love or I choose to leave the job that I've been secured with to move forward in this new venture. Of course, the new venture is doing well, but of course, there's no stability in my head. Like, that's not stable. Like, I don't want to leave my security to go towards something like that. So I left the meeting in shock, total shock, despair. Felt like, wow, really? Why? I was angry. I felt like it was something that they shouldn't have done to me. Thank you, April. I totally took it personal. I'm like, they don't like me. It's because I'm this, because of that. I went through the whole emotions until I got still and I realized that this may be the time where I have to choose. And I remember having conversations with different friends and my mom and Zachary's dad in terms of like, if I make this switch, how do we do this? Because, you always think of your responsibility first. Gotta definitely say, he said, don't worry, you do what you gotta do. I got you. I appreciate that because as a mom, who's raising a child with autism, I'm constantly aware of, okay, I got to make sure I make the best decisions for both of us. Hey, Karen, thanks so much for this morning. Now it led me to finish this and come and share this with my folks out here, because I think that you need to hear this, right? So I was left in this limbo of choosing whether do I continue with this secure career or do I move towards where I feel my passion is and where I'm on fire and where it just feels good. I'm showing up as who I am and authentically myself. And as I sat there, the decision became so easy afterwards, not at the time. Remember, I was upset. Later, when I was still, it got so clear where sometimes we have to transition into a space of the unknown. And we have to trust that what is for us, and it will unfold clearly in front of us as we're in action. And the key word is action. So I made that decision. Telling my mom that I'm going to do this. I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to make the decision to do it either in January and or in September. Let's see. Let me make sure all my bills are paid. Let me make sure I do some basic things to prepare myself for this transition. I didn't tell most of you about it because I was still trying to figure it out. Bing, bang, boom. We're now in this space of COVID and the business has been flourishing. I didn't accept as many speaking engagements this year, surprisingly. I had some that were already booked. So I did tell them about that and they were like, okay, we're going to approve these, but no more after that. And I remember just feeling so sad, like, oh my gosh, I feel like if you just cut my vocal folds, right, my vocal cord, such a speech style, my vocal cords right in front of everything. But it also gave me a chance to show up with my one-on-one clients, which I now started to have more, and I wanted to pour into them as much as my coaches had poured into me. So I decided not to travel as much anyway, and to really go through this process of this transition that I was going to do. Now we're in COVID experience and we're in the pandemic. Yeah, I'm speaking more than if I was traveling to speak. I'm actually having more visibility than if I was going out there. And I'm still able to do my work. And I'm still able to help Zachary. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's the easiest of the easiest. But the reason why I felt I was led to come in and say this is so that you understand when I say maximize everything and every time, every moment as an opportunity to place you to where you're supposed to go, I'm sharing it based on my experience. Right? Making a decision, putting the steps into action towards it, and then watching the universe, God, whoever you want to choose, align what is supposed to be. So many of you are afraid out there of making these steps. And many of you are afraid of, I'm not that one that's going to tell you leave your job for some other thing. What I am going to tell you, and I'm showing you, is make sure you put an action plan together so that you can transition into the things that you desire and love doing every day. Like, I love coming in and talking to you guys. I love being authentic. I love knowing that my stories, my mess, my crap I go through actually helps you to realize that you're not alone in this, because I spent so long thinking I was the only one that thought this. And having a space where I can help you. And then when I go through programs and invest in coaches, and then coming back and then sharing with you the tips and the tools that I've learned, so that you don't have to go through the length of time that others go through, it made me realize, well, that feels good. So use this time wisely towards igniting that passion, is what I'm saying. Use this time wisely, because for once, we don't have to be 50, except for our frontliners, of course, 50 million places at once. We get to actually take some time out and see, what else do I like to do? Like, be still and really get clear with how you can slowly start making steps. Now, a lot of us, and I'm gonna say us and including myself, thought that when we make that decision, it just happens automatically. It's not gonna happen automatically. Let me swoop the rug right from under you. What you're seeing now is the fruit of the seeds that were planted 3 to 5 years ago. So some of y'all need to plant your seeds, is what I'm saying. Plant your seeds and spend some time watering that seed, so that 3 to 5 years from now, you can look back and say, wow, all of this is because I planted these seeds during this time. When people think it's time of disaster, you were still clearing out your life towards moving towards your desires. So I don't know what led me to say that, but it's all about vibrational pull. In the end, I didn't have to make any major decision. We're going to let September flow with what September is going to do. I'm still getting to speak on their different desires, but y'all, I'm literally speaking 3 to 5 times a week, which if you had looked at my calendar before, it was just about once or twice, a week or a month or what, every other week. And it just lets me know that keep showing up, keep shining in my gifts, and trusting that things will unfold right in front of me. So that's my message to you. If it resonated with you, let me know what part of it resonated with you. What part are you leaving here with the message that you needed to hear today? And let me know, what seeds are you planting? Like, stop being shy. If you need to inbox me the seeds. And if you're stuck and someone asked me a question earlier, if you're just clearly stuck, then hit me up. Like I always tell people, bit.ly/chat create. Like, go on my website. There's access to 15 minutes of complimentary sessions with me. And people are using them because I haven't stopped talking, right? So use it until it's no longer. We can't guarantee those 15 minutes or those complimentary coaching sessions will always be there. So use it. All right. And hit me up if you need any more information. What seeds are you planting, y'all? What seeds are you planting? I love you, and have a blessed and fantastic weekend. Make it yours.